Okay, so the funniest thing happened to me yesterday at church. Probably the funniest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life, or anyone's life that I've ever heard of anyway. So we're at church, and we're sitting in the meeting, and the wife and I are there, and we're sitting next to this family that we're pretty good friends with. And so there's the wife, and she has the 3 kids there. Husband was gone. I think he's in fire academy right now or something like that. But anyway, their youngest daughter, who's about 2 years old, comes up to me and just looks at me and just stares, like, really intently. I mean, very strange. I've never had this happen before. It's very intently. And she looks at me, and then she just kind of reaches up and just touches my arm, just kind of like mesmerized. And the wife leans over and is like, wow, she must have a crush on you or something. And I have no idea what is going on. It's so bizarre. I mean, I've had kids stare at me before. I mean, you know, kids do that. They stare at people. But I've never had a kid so, like, entranced and then, like, approach me like that. And so I'm sitting there, and she's, you know, looking at me, and she touches my arm, and then she goes over to her mom, or, well, she has, like, a coloring book or whatever on the chair. She picks up this piece of paper where she'd been tracing her hand, and she hands it to me, and I don't know what to do, so I just take it. And then she goes over to her older sister, who's about maybe 10 years old, and she looks up at her, and then she looks back at me, and she goes, look, I gave my handprints to Jesus. And the wife and I just are cracking up, because apparently she thought that I looked like Jesus because of the hair, or something, I guess, because I don't have the beard. But I mean, Steph was in tears, absolutely, like, straight up, not even exaggeration. She was crying because it was so funny, and luckily it was at the end of the meeting, because we did not stop laughing until afterwards. I mean, we're still laughing about it slightly. I mean, we told my parents about it last night, and we laughed about it all over again. So apparently I look like Jesus. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just so random and so hilarious. I mean, everyone I've told about it so far, like, oh, that's so adorable and so sweet. It's just so nice that she thought that, and I guess it is, but it's just so weird. I mean, have you guys ever had anything like that, where someone has thought you looked like somebody that you just don't even fathom? I don't know. I mean, looking like Jesus is a pretty big thing. I feel so, I don't even know what to make of it. It was just absolutely hilarious, and I was just so funny. And it's not like she'd never seen me before. I mean, she's seen me, I've seen her, you know, we know the family, so it wasn't like the first time she was seeing me or ever had seen me with long hair, because I've had the long hair before. This is the second time I've grown out my hair this long, and so it's not new to her, but maybe she just didn't remember me with long hair. I don't know. So that was my interesting experience yesterday at church. I've never had any experience at church like that before. It was just, oh man, I can't stop laughing about it. It's so funny. It totally made Steph's day, or year, I guess, for that matter. It made my day. It was so unbelievably hilarious, and I need to go write it down in my journal. I haven't done it yet, so that's why I'm telling you here. I figured you guys would appreciate it, those of you who are watching. Wow, I mean, really? And it was just so funny, because she's like, I don't know, because it's like 2 years old, so obviously she gets what things are going on. She understands things, because she knows who Jesus is, and she knows what he looks like, or the pictures that we have of him anyway. And it was just so, oh man. So, anyway, I'm out to go get some supplies for the road show, some ink and some paper for printing. We did the read-through, which I put in a video a couple days ago, and yeah, so that went really well, as you could probably tell in the video if you watched it. And we're gonna have a practice this Saturday, so we're really, you know, excited getting things going. We have our crews all kind of put together. We just need to ask the people to be the heads of the crews, and that's it. You know, we got a guy designing the sets for me that I talked to. We just need to, I'm waiting for him to get back to me, and then we can just start building the sets. And other than that, we just need to get the music. There's just, okay, so there's a lot. It's barely even done. We have the script done, and we have the kids' parts. That's it. There's nothing else done. So it's not nearly as done as I thought. So I've been lying the whole time. We're not even close to being done. Stressful. So I'm heading out to Staples. to get some stuff, and then when I get home, I will do a reading for you guys. I didn't forget today, so I will. Not sure what I'm gonna read yet. I gotta go find a book or something. I don't want to read a poem. I just want to read like an excerpt from something. So I'll see what I can find. Hopefully it's something good. I was thinking about reading some Kant, but we'll see if I can find what I'm looking for of his. Yeah, that's it. Okay, really quick before I do this reading, I just remembered that I've done my first video for the viral vignette. So click on my face, and that will link you to the video that I did for that. Go ahead and click. You can come back to this video. Okay, well, if you haven't clicked, then I guess I will just go on with the reading. I did find the thing that I wanted from Immanuel Kant. It is in the Longman Anthology, British Literature. It's a pretty good anthology. I really enjoyed the class that I had with this. So here we go. This is from his Critiques of Judgment, and it's talking about the sublime. And this excerpt comes from section 25 of the Mathematical Sublime, entitled Definition of the Term Sublime. And when we talked about this in class, it was just, I mean, it's a concept that I still don't think I understand, but it's something that I think of all the philosophers that we read and talked about. It's like the most beautiful and poignant and most thought-provoking. So I'm just going to read just a little bit of it because there's a lot of it here, and hopefully it stimulates some sort of intellectualness in your brain. Sublime is the name given to what is absolutely great. But to be great and to be a magnitude are entirely different concepts, magnitudo and quantis. In the same way, to assert without qualification, simpliciter, that something is great is quite a different thing from saying that it is absolutely great, absolute non-comparative magnum. The latter is what is beyond all comparison great. If, however, we call anything not alone great, but without qualification, absolutely, and in every respect, beyond all comparison, great, that is to say, sublime, we soon perceive that it is not permissible to seek an appropriate standard outside itself, but merely in itself. It is a greatness comparable to itself alone. Hence it comes that the sublime is not to be looked for in things of nature, but only in our own ideas. But precisely because there is a striving in our imagination towards progress ad infinitum, while reason demands absolute totality, as a real idea, that same inability on the part of our faculty for the estimation of the magnitude of things of the world of sense to attain to this idea, is the awakening of a feeling of a supersensible faculty within us, that it is the use to which judgment naturally puts particular objects on behalf of this latter feeling, and not the object of sense, that is absolutely great, and every other contrasted employment small. Consequently, it is the disposition of soul evoked by a particular representation engaging the attention of the reflective judgment, and not the object, that is to be called sublime. The foregoing formula defining the sublime may, therefore, be supplemented by yet another. The sublime is that, the mere capacity of thinking which evidences a faculty of mind transcending every standard of sense. I don't know if that made any sense to you, but what I remember we talked about in class, what I have written in my book, we wrote all over the pages, is that the sublime is in thought and not in objects themselves. I still don't really know what Kant is talking about. He's a brilliant mind that I want to be able to understand more greatly and read more of his work. Unfortunately, this is all that's in here of Immanuel Kant, just this little bit. So I need to get some more. I do have one of his philosophy books on reason, but I haven't read it yet. So hope you enjoyed that reading. You know, comments below if there's things you want me to read, books to read, or segments or anything. And yeah, still waiting for punishments for not doing my readings last week. So let me know in comments. And yeah, this is Monday. Yeah. Again, you know, click on my face before to go to that video. Peace out.